how to self-analyze your art, or how to critique your own art. In order to improve your own technique, it is beneficial to go to someone else and have them critique your work, but I think that it's a very good skill to have, to be able to do that to yourself with your own paintings, your own artwork. It will also help you steal like an artist, analyze other artists' work in order to absorb certain elements into your own style. So here's the deal. I thought of 5 thingamajigs, points to help you with the critiquing, with the self-analyzing of the artwork. I'm going to go through them just briefly describing each point, but then after, for those of you who are visual learners like me, I'm going to have an example, so I'm going to go through them again with an example. And today's example is brought to you by Van Gogh. You know, the guy who cut his own ear off. So number 1, describe. This is literally what you see. If it's a landscape painting, there's a field with maybe some cows, a sun, and some grass. Literally what you see. Next is technical organization. I'm talking about elements and principles of art and design. These are the basic breakdown of how to do art. That kind of describes it. Line, color, value, texture, form, and space. Design, contrast, emphasis, rhythm, pattern, movement, balance, repetition, unity. And it's okay if you don't remember all those all the time, or even what any of them mean. I forget. Use the resources that you have. Google it, or check a book out from the library or something. Number 3, interpret. What does it stand for? Does it mean anything? This is the philosophical part of the evening, from the artist's perspective and from the viewer's perspective. What did the artist mean for it to mean, if you have that information? Or it may not mean, it wasn't supposed to mean anything. Sometimes it's just supposed to be what it is. Number 4 is judge. This is judging it for yourself. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you hang it up in your house? What does it mean to you? And then technical absorption. This is the takeaway. Is there something to learn, a lesson? If you're looking at another person's artwork, what techniques or styles do you want to absorb from that experience and absorb into your own work? So now I'll go through all these points again with an example. So we're using Starry Night. I looked up this interpretation. I like having something to follow along to, so if you're similar to me in that way, I am going to use this analysis by MoMA.org. I'm going to leave a link below so you can follow along, and I'm going to find these 5 points in this little article that they wrote about this painting and help you understand a little bit more visually with an example. If you scroll down to observation and imagination, this talks mostly about the interpretation and analysis. The first point is describe. We're literally describing what we see. It's a landscape. There's this tree on the left-hand side that reaches from the ground, pointing up to the sky, and then the sky takes up like 2/3 of the painting. You've got a little crescent moon on the right-hand upper corner, some, swirly clouds, some mountains, and what look like stars, yellow orbs. Next, technical organization. Now I'm just going to pick a few, some elements and principles of art and design. How about line? Van Gogh used line to direct our eye, the line of the mountain in the background, and then also the line of the tree crossing the horizon line, the mountain line that goes horizontally, and then the tree line that shoots up from the ground to the sky. It's a nice use of composition. It's not straight in the middle. The lines help to direct the eye from the left-hand corner to the right-hand corner, from the tree up to the moon. Texture. Now, there are different types of texture. You have like visual texture and you have actual texture, like 3-dimensional texture. I'm guessing it has some sort of a painterly texture to it. There is a big visual texture in the little tiny strokes that make up everything. So it gives this vibrancy, this energy, maybe a little nervous energy, dark energy, movement. It appears turbulent, even agitated, with intensely swirling patterns that seem to roll across the surface like waves. That's one way that you can help to denote movement in something that is still. Interpretation. Considered symbolically, the cypress could be seen as a bridge of between life, like between life and death. There's like an analogy there. It also can symbolize the bridge of people on earth are living and the dead is in the sky. This tree is the bridge between the two. Cypresses were also regarded as trees of the graveyard in mourning, which I didn't know that. I don't know if that's true. Do you know if that's true? I mean, I'm guessing. But the sight of the stars always makes me dream, says Van Gogh. Why, I say to myself, should the spots of light in the firmament be less accessible to use than the black spots on the map of France? Just as we take the train to go to Terrasson or Rouen, we take death to go to the stars. So The Starry Night is based on Van Gogh's direct observations as well as his imagination, memories, emotions. I mean, there's lots to interpret with paintings. People go all out. And then judge it for yourself. Do you like this? This is a very popular painting. I've even seen it done at those like the paint and wine type studios where you go and paint with your friends. And this painting in particular I think is popular because of the colors and the movement. I think that's very inviting. I'm not a huge fan, mostly because he's just so overused. I mean, it's fine. It's fun to analyze, but I don't really care for it. What do you guys think? What I really like about this is to analyze techniques that I could take from him, put it into my own work. I would most likely steal the painterly qualities and maybe the subjects. I'm not a big landscaper, as in landscape painter, but sometimes I get in the mood as far as landscapes go. It's more my speed. If you enjoyed this, if you learned something, subscribe, like the button, hit the like button on the video. It helps support my channel. I'm grateful, and I'll see you next time. Can I say the word example more times? Is anybody else getting mask zits? Because I thought I was past this. Words sometimes, man. Words. Known as nebulae, like Robert Goulet. Van Gogh.